It's fun though, isn't it? You're just like, okay, we're gonna start now. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
BookShelved. We're back. And I feel like every week that there's time in between us seeing each other is forever.
I know.
But we're back.
Did you like my story I posted on our
That was so cute.
Story?
Amanda's talking about I loved how you worded it. It was like me waiting for...
It was me waiting for Danielle to come over every week so we can talk bookie books on our potty
pod. I loved it. That was so cute. And I loved just like the...
It was Kermit the Frog.
Yeah,
it was just like
swinging.
Yeah, like hanging out, just bored, like dum 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 dum. It was pretty cute.
I know. I feel like that. I wish all my days in between weren't full of work because we'd have to just record all the time.
I was looking forward to yesterday so much.
I know.
Well, no, 2 days ago.
Yesterday. Have you heard back?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a surprise for everyone
just
soon.
Went there
and just asked.
Yeah,
I think we'll do it on a day that I have off, and we'll get there early, where like the owner will still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to talk anymore about that because that's going to be a surprise for you viewers.
Okay.
No. I love talking about books, but I agree. I think we should just go there and we'll do that. Yeah.
We'll do it.
So that'll be fun for you guys to watch soon.
Yeah. Well, welcome everyone. We are excited to be back for another week.
Mm-hmm.
Reading updates for myself is I haven't finished a book, I don't think.
Well, you're reading the book of the month right now?
I'm over halfway through the book of the month. I'm a little farther than page 250 at least.
Oh my gosh.
I just don't remember.
I have yet to start this book.
Look how cute my little bookmark is. It's a little
so cute.
Coffee cup. It's a coffee cup spilling coffee down your pages. It's the cutest thing ever.
I love it.
This girl posted a picture of her bookmark on her Instagram. She has like 8 followers. She has more than that, but not a lot. She's a very small account. The picture went viral, and she got over 1,000 orders in one day.
Were they easy for her to make?
Somebody who probably sold like one a week. She got over 1,000 orders in one day. It took me weeks to get that because she sent an email. She's like, I am trying so hard, but I was not expecting this.
Did you find it on that when it went viral? Oh my gosh. I wonder how she makes
3D printed.
3D printer. That makes sense.
And then she glues the little spill inside the little cup.
So cute though.
Yeah,
and it's sturdy. When you posted the picture, it doesn't seem very sturdy, but it is.
She could do like martini glasses spilling. She could do like a little plate of breakfast where the egg yolk is spilling down your page. Like, I had so many ideas when I see this. I'm
like, we should collab. So are you liking the book of the month?
I'm liking it more than I thought.
Oh.
I do enjoy it. There's some stuff that just makes me like roll my eyes because I'm like, okay.
Like, typical.
Yeah, like there's just, I think because people expect so much smut out of Megan Quinn that like sometimes she kind of forces it. And like her characters, she makes them seem like all they think about is sex.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, okay, you wouldn't talk like that in that situation.
I'm wondering, since I like more smut than you do, if I will think
you haven't started it yet?
I haven't started it
yet.
I plan on starting it probably tonight or tomorrow.
Okay. What's your update?
Because I have big news.
Did you finish?
I finished. I finished like 340 pages since last Wednesday. I know, like just like a minute.
I was listening to the podcast on the way to Portland, and it was the part where we were talking about where you were like, I'm going to get this far this week. And I was sitting there laughing in the car, and Mom was like, what? And I was like, she's not going to read all that.
I know, and I finished it. Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so I want to take like a minute or two where there's going to be spoilers right here because I have to be like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't want spoilers on the third book of ACOTAR, which is Wings and Ruin, then skip 2 minutes. Amryn.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Refresh my memory, because this one I'm only partly into, and it's been like a year and a half since I read it.
So she essentially got Feyre to go to the cauldron to put the hands on it to try and break it. Yeah. And then she doesn't touch it, and she was like, I'm sorry I lied to you, but like that's not what the spell book is for. And so for a moment I thought she was full traitor and was like trying to kill Feyre. But she was actually needing to do it so she could break her own spell. And then she's kind of the one that like killed everybody.
Oh, Amryn. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking of
more.
No, what was that?
Nesta?
Horrible woman mainly in book 1 and 2.
Amarantha.
no, Tamlin's like
Amaranth. Oh,
no, the girl that was staying with Tamlin.
Ian.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck her.
Yeah, but yeah, Amren's crazy.
Yes, and like she's been crazy, but I was like for quite a few pages, I was like, is she?
And
like,
she goes into the cauldron, right? She comes out,
yeah. But like she's the second in command, and I was like, did she just turn their backs on them?
Oh, you thought she?
Yeah, but no, she ended up like coming back, and now she's high fae. But then they were like, she's human, so I'm confused.
Yeah,
but. Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, it ended how I expected it was going to end.
Did you get misty at all when you thought, big spoiler, when you thought Rhysand died?
I didn't get misty because
you kind of you knew he wasn't dead,
right?
Yeah, you had too many spoilers,
right? Going into this. I mean, my Instagram is just like full. But there was a minute when it was like when she said that the mating bond wasn't there anymore. That I was like. He's dead, no way. And I was like, next chapter, like, started immediately. But I kind of knew, especially, I don't know. It just seemed like, okay, there was only so many pages left. And I was like, they're not going to end on, like, this right now. And I knew that, I just kind of knew that he was going to be in, like, the next couple of books.
Did the dad thing shock you? I cried during the dad thing, maybe because I have such bad dad issues, but.
The dad thing, I think I'm kind of surprised that he wasn't, I kind of thought he was, like, involved a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Like, more involved, I guess, with the bad side. I guess I kind of thought, I was like, he's been suspiciously quiet for the last 3 books.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that he came back in for such a short amount of time.
I was really sad that he came in with all this stuff and they, like, killed him. Like, why can't, that's one of my biggest gripes about fantasy books, and just books in general, honestly, is the main character just always has shitty relationships with their family, or their family is dead. Like, can I get a fantasy book where they're, like, a badass family that works together and, like...
Yeah, we need fantasy because we don't have all of our parents around.
I'm always like, why do they just have to be shitty parents?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised it didn't bother me more, just because, like, I have dead dad issues. Yeah. But I think at this point I've been reading the book for so long that I was just like, okay, like, let's move on. But
as you read more fantasy, you'll realize, like, oh, like, all of these characters have dead parents.
Yeah, that's just so interesting. That is interesting.
It's never a healthy family dynamic. Never. Even, like, Fourth Wing, it's a terrible dynamic. Fucking Crescent City is terrible dynamic.
I've been kind of seeing some haters on Fourth Wing a little bit
because of Iron Flame, dude. Well, Fourth Wing, it's not a great piece of literature. Like, it's not a perfectly, like, it's, Fourth Wing is definitely, they were like, okay, we have this idea for this book. Let's throw in a bunch of tropes, dot our I's, cross our T's, make sure it has this stuff involved, because that's what a fantasy is. And then they wrote it. And so that's why people say it's so easy to read, is because it's not that deep, you know? Yeah. And then Iron Flame came out after, because they came out with Fourth Wing. And then it was like, actually, guess what? You don't have to wait that long. The sequel's going to be out in like 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, so Iron Flame came out, and then it's terrible.
Yeah.
In my opinion, more time it is not good. Yeah. And so people are like, there's a lot of people are like, I'm not even going to read the third book, or,
what I've heard is that it's like, oh, wow, the main characters are constantly in a misunderstanding, and then, like,
all the time.
That kind of stuff does bother me, because I'm like,
the same argument every other chapter. Dude, I'm like, we're still fighting about this. Like, really.
Is it a singular POV, or is it dual?
Single.
Okay. See, at least with the dual POV, when there's that misunderstanding, you're like, oh, but they think it's sad, and, like, there's a little bit more substance to it.
You only get her point of view, and then I think at the very end you get his, but the end of Iron Flame was interesting enough and shocking enough to make me be like, okay, I'll read the next one.
And that's what I saw when someone was talking about it. They're like, oh, but the ending was okay. Okay.
The ending was pretty shocking and pissed me off, and I wanted to throw the book across the room, but I'm like, okay, I'll read the next one.
Whatever. Is the third one out?
No, they announced it comes out January.
And how many months in between Iron Flame and the third one is there?
Iron Flame came out, I think, beginning or end of last year. End of last year or beginning of this year. Okay. I can't remember exactly.
So they're going to take about 12 months for this one.
They need to take like 2 years, because she really needs to recover from that one. She needs to people are like, can she at least hire ghostwriters and have them write it and she just give the ideas? Like, that's how upset people were about it. It was the most hyped series of the year, dude. I looked on Penguin still, and Fourth Wing, the first edition of Fourth Wing is still selling for $400. Like, it was
That's
insane.
Crazy. That is crazy.
It is cool they did sprayed edges on the first edition, because now do you notice how many books are in Barnes & Noble with sprayed edges?
Yes.
They found out how much of a money grab that is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just always look at your shelves of, like, how pretty all your edges are, and I think before I got into the book world, that wasn't a thing. And now that I'm in the book world, it's like, okay, they're all... That's where... Like, they don't even care about the covers anymore. They're like, let's get to the edges of the book.
Yeah, because that's what you see on a shelf, unless people have them facing outwards. But
anyways.
I'm proud of you for finishing your book.
Thank you.
Now you get to read some romance.
Oh my gosh, I am so ready. It was a really good book. I'm glad I got through it. But I'm gonna take a break before I even get to the fourth book.
Yeah, like I said, you should read that during the holidays.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
I think I could probably wait until then. Yeah, I just
because you've got the meat and potatoes of the story, and now everything is completely separate from those 3 books. So you can take a big chunk. Of
Is it because in the back of the book it has the first couple of chapters of the next one of the Frost and
Starlight?
Yes.
Yeah, but
it starts with Rhysand and Feyre's POVs.
Yeah, but this one is like, it's like this thing,
right?
And it's mainly about them shopping for Christmas gifts for each other. Like, that's
because it's really her first winter solstice as High Lady.
Yeah, and it's just like post-war, everybody's happy-go-lucky. Like, it's a very fun book because you get to like stay in that world, but like get the good stuff.
Okay, that would be good. I mean, the war scene was great, and I was thinking, like, I keep having like repeating my mind of you saying if it becomes a show or a movie, then it needs to have what's that one series called? You're like, that kind of budget.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yes. And with the war scene was so good, and I had such a good visual that I was like, they can't cheap out on this. Like, they have to go balls to the wall. Right. Because, I mean, especially, I love the adjective that she uses, red mist. Everything turns to red mist. That just, like, paints such a picture in my mind of just, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, the red mist, that's a term, I think a military term, too, is when people step on grenades or get blown up, it's a red mist. Yeah.
Oh, that's dark.
I know.
I'm like, I don't like that one.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely, when I got to where I told you I was going to get to, I was like, I'm doubling down. I'm just going to keep going for it. So yeah, I've been reading like crazy. Yeah. But I did it, and I'm excited because now I can start Bridesmaid for Hire, which I don't think it's going to take me long to read it because I have 2 plane rides, so it'll be fine. And my mom's listening to it.
Oh, she already started it?
Yeah, yeah. She likes it. I'm sure she listens to the smuttiest audiobooks ever.
There was one part where I was reading it, and I was holding Leo, and I was cackling, but like trying not to. So I was just, Leo's like shaking, and I'm like holding him around, laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my god, it's good.
I need something giggly. It's funny. Yeah. Speaking of in the book world right now.
Oh yeah, Colleen Hoover.
Yes, the trailer for It Ends With Us just came out,
and it's actually really good. The trailer looks good, and people were really upset about the casting, but I think it's working. Yeah, it's really working. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But...
Yeah, you are. Can we make like a?
Let's go to the movies.
Yeah, let's do like a special thing. That'll be super fun. Yeah. So Ryle, I keep forgetting his actual name in real life. He was on Jane the Virgin. Yeah, and I fell in love with him there. And when I found out that he was going to be producing it, I was instantly just sold. I was like, I already love this book, and I love him. And then when I found out he's playing Ryle, I was like, I've seen like the angry side of him in Jane the Virgin, so I was like, that'll be perfect because he's so like, you just get so hot and bothered watching him, and then seeing him be just like kind of a monster. Like, I think it's the perfect representation of Lily, kind of that first time.
Everything's nice and rosy at the beginning.
And I wasn't sure if I liked Atlas's cast for
Yeah, I kind of dig him.
But I kind of dig him too. Yes.
Yeah.
And
And I think she does great too. I already liked her in the trailer. And then in the trailer, I like the quote, like when I like the scene where she's like, if you ever had a daughter and like she was with somebody who was hurting her, what would you say? And I'm like, oh.
I know. I wonder if they're going to bring in It Starts With Us. And like instead of having like a sequel, kind of have the happy ending there. So I'm really interested. I'm really excited. And also, Verity is getting picked up. So Verity's going to be a movie. And I kind of hope they use Blake Lively for Verity.
Verity's going to be wild.
Verity's going to be wild. And I'm excited to watch it.
I can't wait to see what they do with the ending to that.
I know. I hope Blake Lively is Verity, though.
What could you imagine if they cast her for both?
Well, everyone's pissed because they're like, you should have saved her for Verity. And people, I remember reading that when there was talks about her even playing Lily and It Ends With Us, because they're like, save her for Verity. And I mean, I get it because I don't know, she's so good. She's such a good actress, and everything that she does, she could play every role.
Yeah,
I don't know. She's great. Okay, so now for the meat and potatoes of this episode.
So I don't know what we're doing today. This is basically Danielle's thing. I think we should pause this camera and start it again so it doesn't cut off.
Yeah. So this is a super fancy cowboy hat. No, not really. It's super cute though, and I figured it'd be perfect because today we are drawing questions out of a hat. We have an IG question in here, and then I found some, and then my boyfriend came up with a couple questions in here too. But yeah, so I figured...
Are they like bookish questions?
Oh yeah, they're all book
I'm
questions.
like so confused. I'm like, what are we doing today?
Yes, all book questions. Yeah, some of them are hard. I've been thinking about my answers, so we'll see. All right, you want me to pick the first question? Or you pick the first
So am I asking you it, or am I answering what I picked?
I think we'll probably both answer.
Okay.
But maybe I'll answer first and then.
Okay. Your comfort read or character? Fun.
Oh, I had an answer for this. My comfort read, I would say probably, I mean, I've never like reread a book, but I would say if there's a book that I would choose to reread right now, it'd be Book Lovers.
Ooh.
By Emily Henry.
Okay.
Just because I feel like that's just that, or honestly, I mean, I would say It Ends With Us, but that's just such a big book to be like, oh, comfort read.
Yeah.
But anything Emily Henry, I feel like is just comfort.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What about you?
So I would probably say Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Have you read that one?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But it's been a minute. I can't really remember what it's about.
Yeah. I would say that one, or I will fall back on like Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
Or Emily Henry. I
feel like Emily, if there's a reward for most comfort reads, I feel like Emily Henry should win that. That or Christina Lauren, honestly.
Yeah, Christina Lauren. It's something light and easy that I know I'll finish. Once Upon a Broken Heart was really good too, though. I could see myself going back and reading that one too.
Who is that?
That is a fantasy, but it's more of like a whimsical fantasy. It's this series up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one I was reading when we went to Taco Board the first time.
Oh, okay. That's so many moons ago.
I know.
Okay. Maybe just put it on the front or something. Or right there. It's perfect.
Your turn.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I choose. A villain you love to hate.
Ooh. Villain I love to hate. It could be BJ, but I don't see him as a villain, but a lot of people do.
Ooh.
BJ in Magnolia Parks. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll pick him. Or Julian Hates. He's in Daisy Hates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those two.
I don't know if I like love to hate him because my mind is changing.
No, you know who it is.
Who?
In The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Okay.
The devil, I guess. His name is Lucian. So Lucifer, but Lucian, and yeah.
He's your favorite one.
That's the one.
That
hit me, and I was like, oh.
And you're like, yes, absolutely that one.
Yeah.
Villain I love to hate. Well, the villain that I love that I'm hating less would be Jurian from ACOTAR.
Really?
But I don't hate him anymore. So I'm like ending that. But since we're on the topic, I would say Verity because I love to hate her because she's a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
But that's a hard one. Because, like, when I hear the word love and hate in the same one, it's like, do I love you or do I hate you? Do I really hate you?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good question. These are fun. Ooh, longest book read. I think it is Harry Potter because I've read some really long books, and I want to say Priory of the Orange Tree is very close to the length of Harry Potter. The fifth Harry Potter book might be the longest book I've ever read. How many is that one?
Oh my gosh.
It's a monster.
Is this still it back here? Or the person's, is this still something or no?
No.
So 804 pages.
Oh yeah. Harry Potter is...
This is so heavy.
Harry Potter is 870 pages.
Wow.
Kingdom of Ash is almost 1,000 pages.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I just finished...
You can put that to the side. We'll put it away.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's... I think you gotta push those over.
Oh, okay. I just finished my longest book.
Oh, yeah.
Which was A Court of Wings and Ruin. And that was 699 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
There's books out there that are like 1,300 pages. What is it? It's an old Western book. Like the most popular Western book out there, I think, is like 1,200 pages, 1,300 pages.
That's a lot. That's yeah. I mean, this was a lot. I wish this was almost like broken up into 2 books. I feel like I would have finished them a lot quicker. You know. Since you've gotten really into reading, have you noticed that your inner circle has been influenced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I wrote this question.
Did you? I think so too. Like there's some people who they'll send me messages and they're like, "You're making me want to start reading again," or I read this because you recommended it, and I loved it, and now I want to read. And like there's people who are like saying we got them out of reading slumps and stuff like that. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like reading makes me happy. And so the people that like to read, it's like a happier note of my life, you know? So I feel like that's where I'm leaning more. So I'm like, we have the same thing that we both love that makes us happy. Like, let's dive into that instead of diving into something that makes us not feel good about ourselves,
like
you know?
About drama and stuff like that. It's like, no, let's talk about a book.
Yeah, let's talk about a book. Yeah, exactly.
Cute. I love that. Okay. Have you noticed an increased vocabulary since you started reading more? Yes and no. Like, I definitely am learning bigger words and throwing in words that I never used before. And, like, my husband will be like, oh, nice wordage there.
Yeah.
But then I also still really say a lot of stupid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I mix up my words a lot still. And so I'm not just all of a sudden an educated woman.
Right.
I'm reading romance books and fantasy.
And that was Nick's question. He was like, the answer is probably no for you because of you're just reading smut all day long. Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like I use different words, whether they're big words or not. I'm using different words. I'm using different phrases and trying to incorporate that. I feel like reading, because prior to this, I was a STEM girly. Yeah. So my vocabulary got big from reading so many like scientific journals and stuff. But no, I would say like my phrases, like different metaphor. Like I have different metaphors that I use now. Yeah. But yeah, I would say it has gotten bigger. At least my understanding of different words has gotten bigger. Whether I use them or not, I feel more well-rounded. Yeah, if anything, this podcast and just the book community in general is making me think about what I'm saying more. Oh, and I slow down because maybe it's just how society is where they're just triggered very easily. And so you have to be really careful with your words and really think about what you're saying in order to not offend people. And so when I'm like writing book reviews or talking about any like book topics, I slow down. And then even on here, when I'm trying to say things, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'll like slow down. I'm like, think about what you're about to say. And then
say.
Oh,
so I think that's where it's affected me the most.
Yeah. I feel like I try and be more concise now. And so I'll use words that I'm like picking up on to make my longer thoughts smaller. Because I will over explain what I'm thinking, and I'm trying to reel that back in a bit. And so I've learned some new words that help me
that's good.
Make things concise. I've been working on conciseness probably for the last like year.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
you're doing great.
Thanks. Okay. I don't want the big one. Your favorite book to movie adaptation?
Ooh. I think Harry Potter did it really well. And I say Harry Potter because that was like my life when I was a kid. Like I would go to midnight releases of the books with my mom.
Would you dress up?
No, but it'd be like school nights and stuff, and we'd be at Walmart like waiting in line at midnight to get the new book, and then I would just stay up for hours, and I'd finish the book in like a day and a half. Like it was amazing. Yeah. And
big books.
Yeah, so when they would come out, I was a kid, I would just sit on the couch all day just
I love that. I wish I read as a kid.
Oh yeah.
I read like little books, but I wasn't into it.
Yeah. So I think Harry Potter did it really well. That's a big one that comes to my mind. I'm trying to think of book to movie adaptations, and it's hard for me to think
I honestly haven't read a ton of books that have become movies. Except Hunger Games. Those were fun.
Those were good too.
Yeah, I really liked when I was in middle school is when those were coming out, and so I took this one English class in middle school, and I can't really remember how she did it, but if you read like however many books per month, there was like a thing, like we got something. And so those were the books that I was reading, and at that same time was when the movies were coming out, and so my friends and I would all get together, and we wouldn't like dress up like the show or like the movie, but we would just like do our hair and our makeup and look all cute, and we'd go to the theaters. And
I've dressed up for Twilight.
Did you?
At midnight release parties.
Oh, that's fun.
Not like I wasn't like a vampire out there, but like I did my makeup like in the colors of it, and like more
cute
themed outfit. But
that's cute.
Yeah, it's really cute. Game of Thrones, amazing.
Okay,
they did fantastic. Have you watched that?
I haven't watched that. I know.
We should read the first Game of Thrones book.
Okay.
It's high fantasy, so it's a.
Is it a lot to get into?
I think it's a little.
I need a break.
Oh yeah,
fantasy before
we'll do that later.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. And then, what was the other one? I can't think of it right now. I had it, but I lost it. But they've done a lot of good ones. I'm really excited to watch this Colleen Hoover one. Actually,
I was just gonna say I have very high hopes for this one. I think it's gonna be really good. It's a great cast.
Yeah. If you guys know of any adaptations we need to watch, let us know. A trope you love to see. Enemies to lovers is my jam, and I love fake dating.
Yes.
And here are my top 3. Enemies to lovers, Grumpy Sunshine, if Grumpy is just grumpy.
Okay.
Not he's an asshole grumpy.
Yeah.
But if he's just like why are you in my space? Kind of like you.
So I'm surprised you don't like It Ends With Us more.
It Ends With Us?
Not It Ends With Us. Things we never got over.
Oh no, because he was a dick.
I don't feel like he was that much of a dick.
I remember reading it and being like, why is he being a jerk? Like, why is he a jerk? I remember that was my thoughts when I was reading
I felt like he just had some mommy issues, but he had a soft spot.
Yeah.
He was just like...
The best Grumpy Sunshine book out there is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Okay. The best. Okay. She needs a place to stay, so she stays in like his loft above his garage, which I've read 2 books now where a girl needs to stay in a loft above a garage, and it's just fantastic. But his son set up this Airbnb where she could stay there without telling his dad, and so he's a single dad, which I kind of love that too. And he gets mad at his son about it, like, why are you letting this stranger live in our loft? So he's just grumpy about it, and it turned. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good.
That's cute.
So yeah, Grumpy Sunshine and then fake dating.
Yeah, so you're loving this new book
I
then?
love fake dating.
Yeah.
This book is good. It's just,
I like
there's
fake dating
just
too, especially in movies. It is, yeah, that's a great trope. That's a good one. Yeah, I like fake dating, and I love when they have to stay in the same room and there's only one bed. I love that one.
Because you just know it's going to get spicy.
Yeah. You're like, oh, of course, it just happens to be one bed. Who would have thought that?
Of course.
Yeah.
I've also had the one bed trope thing, and nothing happens in the bed, though. I'm like...
But I feel like that's like the start of something.
But it sparks it.
Yeah, because like their energy is so close to each other. Yeah.
That's good.
No, those are all really good ones. I love enemies to lovers.
Yeah. Oh, did you say your favorite? What's your...
Yeah,
you just said...
I can't remember if there's a question in here that I am asking. Oh, no, I think... No.
Get your little mitts in there.
Oh, yeah. Oops, sorry. Okay. Yeah, there's a question that I want to ask, but I have it on this or that for a future episode for us. So I'll leave it there. Your favorite main character?
Okay.
You first.
Oh, me first?
Yeah, I need to think about mine.
Favorite main character?
That's so hard.
I hate always going back to Magnolia Parks, but it's just...
I knew you were going to.
BJ is my favorite.
Yeah.
I do love Bryce and Danica. Danica's not the main character, but I do like Bryce in Crescent City.
Okay.
I like her a lot.
Okay. I'm like stuck in between the main character in Beach Read by Emily Henry. I just felt like she was kind of a badass. And then also Resend.
Okay. Oh, you really liked Resend?
I really like Resend.
Yeah, I remember being kind of obsessed with him too.
Yeah.
I do love...
I just favorite darling.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, rip my heart out.
Yeah,
Woo!
I do love Evelyn Hugo too.
Oh, yes.
And Daisy Jones in the 6.
Yes, Evelyn Hugo. Yeah.
Gosh, there's so many good ones.
There's so many good ones, and they're all like such different reasons why I love them. Yeah. That's a hard one.
Yeah, and I like the characters in Divine Rivals too.
Oh, I've been staring at that book on my shelf.
You should read it sooner rather than later. Like I said, the fantasy isn't that big in there. It's like this much compared to...
I'm excited for it, and you know what I'm really excited about? Reading another hardcover.
Yeah,
good. I feel like I'm like, is this my new trajectory? I just love hardcovers.
Yeah.
I think because after reading that 700 freaking page softcover, I'm like, my hands are freaking tired. I need a break. I don't want to have to hold it open.
Yeah.
So if I can just open it up, which my book, they did a horrible job binding it. We looked at it before, like eons ago because I've been reading it for a long time, but it's all like,
we'll have to rebind them for you.
I know.
To look like
this
pretty set.
Please do. I know. Which freaking Amanda.
Look at the little wings in the corner.
Oh my God. Do you see this, you too? Oh, you can't really see it. The light. See?
Aren't they cute?
This is so cute. My mate, death incarnate, night triumphant.
I'm so excited to have just all my Sarah J. Maas books done like that.
Yeah. I'm very excited too. So these are the first 2 of the ACOTAR series. And they're just so cute, Amanda.
Yeah.
I love them. Do you have a...
No. I put one on there, and it's cute, but I don't know if I want one on every book.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I just tuck it up there. I didn't put a ribbon in this one, but the rest of them are going to have just a ribbon bookmark that sits inside.
Oh, okay.
And tucks up.
Just black or white or what?
Black. Yeah, the first one can have its moment with its charm.
It's cute. I like it.
Thanks.
Your turn.
Okay, favorite thing about Book Talk?
The community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love getting on to... I mean, I'm not on TikTok, but Instagram, I feel like, is the same thing. I love just getting on it and just seeing a world where... kind of like the same thing of the inner circle thing of just everyone is... What else?
Stop it. What's it doing? Oh, there we go. I was like, if we had some kind of thing drop off there, it's because we lost connection. But anyways, we're still talking about Book Talk.
Yes. I just love when you get online and then there's a whole community of people that are into the same thing that you're into, and you can just fully fangirl out over fake characters.
Right.
I love that. I think it's really cool, and I also really like the opportunity it's given. For example, your Instagram page has just, you've posted your favorite rebinds that you've done, and you've talked to so many different authors at this point and influencers, and I think that's so cool that people are also excited about the same thing.
Right. It really opens up, and that's kind of the same stuff I was going to say, is it opens up so many opportunities for you if you're a creator and or an artist or a maker, because I bind these books and I sell them, and if I have TikToks or reels go viral, it can really change your life. Like, think about it. That girl had a bookmark. Yeah. One picture of a bookmark go viral and she got 1,000 orders. Like, that's life changing.
You're also sitting here wearing a shirt that you traded with someone on Book Talk. I'm drinking water out of a cup that she traded a book for this. Like, it's just so cool. It's a Magnolia book, Magnolia Parks book quote on here.
Shout out to Enlightened Soul Co. She does amazing Bookish merch, and I traded some bound books for some merchandise.
You also bought our book of the month from Wildflower.
Fiction. I wouldn't have found this like indie online bookstore, and she's just been amazing. She's based out of Washington, and she's just so sweet, and we talk a lot. And I'm gonna do a couple binds for her, and it's just so fun. Like, you get to meet actual real, make real connections.
And it's good stuff. You know, like, it's all fun to go out and party and do all that, but at the end of the day, like, this is good quality life stuff. It's very wholesome. Yeah, I agree. Oh, I was hoping I was going to ask you this question. What is the number one novel on your TBR currently? Your top pick.
Oh, my top pick?
Yes. That's numero uno.
So if I were to finish this book, go grab one right now. Okay, you go first because I really have to think about it.
Oh. I have to think about it too. Honestly, I would say my number one on my TBR right now, other than our book of the month, there's two. Oh, shit. I don't know.
You guys, I have so many. I'll go first.
Okay, yeah, you go
first. So if I were to say, there's one that I know I'll probably grab because it's gonna be an easy one for me. And I have the Chestnut Spring series on the way. And they're cowboy romances, and I'm probably gonna read the first one right away. Okay. But then there's this one I constantly am looking at, Powerless.
Oh, yes.
And I really want to read it, but it's a fantasy, and I just want to make sure I'm ready for another fantasy before I start it.
That's totally understandable. Yeah.
And the sequel to this comes out soon, so I might just wait until that. But that one, and then I want to read an Abby Jimenez. I can't pronounce her name. Jimenez. Jimenez or something like that. I really want to read one of her books too.
Okay. So I have two, and I feel like I'm allowed the two because one is a continuation of a series, and one is the start of a new series. So Divine Rivals is like top on there. And then the third, what's the one after this?
Things We Left
You
Behind.
got it?
Yeah.
When did you get that?
When it first came out. Because I have a bind.
Oh, yeah, you were like, when are you getting it?
I'm like addicted to buying books, so.
Yeah. You're like, obviously I have it. So yeah, this Things We Left Behind, I think I'm waiting. I'm about to put my notice in to my job in August, and so I'm gonna have a month off before I leave, and I think I'm gonna wait till then to read this one, just because I want to just soak it all in. I think this book's gonna make me emotional because it's the last book of the series, but this and Divine Rivals are top, and I feel like since this is a continuation of a series, it doesn't fully count as TBR-ish top rated, but
Divine Rivals, huh?
Yeah, other than Bridesmaid for Hire, because that's obviously number one on my TBR right now.
You have to.
I have to. And I'm very excited.
We need to pick next month's book.
I know.
What were you going to say?
Well, there's a book that I want to get, I think it's The One in Rome. That's also on my TBR.
Yeah.
The orange one.
Yeah, but I think that's actually second in a companion series.
So is it? Maybe that's not the one I'm thinking
No,
of.
it is.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Or maybe it is the first one. Yeah, I can't remember. You totally forgot about Funny Story.
Oh, yes. You know, that one's not on my next, though, because I know it's going to be a hot minute until I get a new book from her. So I think I need to wait for Full Sun. It'll be a summer read for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm, like, not in a rush for her book because it was, like, painful waiting for her next book.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm giving her a minute.
Should we each do one more? We're at 40 minutes?
Yeah, and then we'll have more questions for another time.
Yeah. And we'll just save all these. Wait, did I just go?
No, I just went.
An OTP that you love. What's that?
One true pairing. Like a mate.
True love?
True mate.
Oh, like a mate? What's a mate that I love?
I mean, I feel like I know your answer.
What are you going to say?
From Magnolia Park. Yeah, I'm like,
I hate that I always say it, you guys, but it's literally in my brain all the time.
That's okay. That's how I've been about ACOTAR. So
I cannot stop thinking about Magnolia and BJ. And plus, my mom's here visiting, and she's reading the series right now. She's on the 3rd book.
So you're just like...
And...
Okay, Amanda goes for walks and posts pictures of magnolias all the time. Like, I'm sure it's only because of Magnolia Parks.
Like, Magnolia Parks is tattooed on the inside of my brain. Like, it's just always there. Like,
her name's Magnolia.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like if you have a girl, you would name her Magnolia.
I would read Jessa Hastings' grocery list if she posted it. Like, she just does it for me. But, yeah so Magnolia and BJ are one true loves that I'm like.
Love that.
Yeah.
Mine would be Lena and Nash.
In book 2.
In book 2. And Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. Other than Feyre and Rhysand, but I feel like that's a given because they're perfect. But,
yeah.
Oh, and Nesta and Cassian, which they haven't confirmed or denied that there's something, but they're obviously mates, I feel like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But Lena and Nash.
So good.
Dude, can you read this book already?
Yeah. I'll add it to my list.
Yeah. Add it to your soon list. Okay? Because I think you would absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that you would really love it.
Well, I'm reading the Eden series right now, which is so, I think, in line with those. So maybe after I'm done with the Edens, I'll get back to these guys.
Yeah, because this one, it's a change of pace because it's not about the other two. They're in it a little. They're like sprinkled in, but it's like about Lena and Nash.
Yeah.
And she is like the independent badass. Yeah. And then he's a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
Love that.
Yeah, love that. Okay.
One more.
One
more.
Well,
I kind of want to keep going with these, but we got to stop.
No, we could just do part 2 and then
we'll do a part 2 like
continue.
next month.
Okay. A book that took you the shortest time to read.
Ooh, the shortest. I would probably have to say either it's one of the Bridgerton books. I start and finish Bridgerton books in a day.
Oh wow.
Like I devoured that series. Like I said, I think I finished almost the entire series in 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah. It was nuts. Okay. I just binged the crap out of it.
That's 8 books, right? Or no?
I read 7. So there's only 1 left that I haven't read.
Oh, okay.
On The Way to the Wedding.
Why have you not read that?
Wasn't it like because I took a break. I was like, I'm gonna take a break from Bridgerton and I'm gonna read.
And it's been like 3 years.
No, I was like, I'm gonna read. I think it was either Crescent City or A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then I just was like, Sarah J. Maas!
Yes.
And I didn't look back.
Well, maybe you need to finish that. Maybe in honor of Bridgerton coming out today.
I know. Bridgerton's out today.
I don't think I watched season 2.
I have a few. We're watching season 2. My mom and I are watching season 2 right now.
Oh, my mom, I'm totally like ratting her out on this one. Sorry, Mom. Mm-hmm. We were talking about like smutty stuff the other day because she read like Twisted Love, I think.
Oh, what did she think?
So she loves smuts. She's like, it's a great book.
Stop it. I need to talk to your mother.
Yeah.
Mom.
I know. Maybe we'll do a little FaceTime video when I'm with her this weekend and we
Twisted
can talk
Love.
about it.
We gotta talk about it.
And she's so funny. She was like, people must be really vanilla if they think Bridgerton is crazy.
Dude, the show, I feel the show is raunchier than the books I do.
Oh, she hasn't read the book. She's talking about the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Sorry, Mom. But
her and the Duke, nasty. Man. She nasty. My mom nasty.
And she's like, people must be so vanilla that they think that Bridgerton.
Really? Because I felt like Daphne and the Duke were like on the stairs.
I felt like it was like crazy, but my stepdad always jokes. He'll be like, I'll like get into her Jeep and it's just like the craziest shit playing over her speakers.
Yeah, like
because her audiobooks.
The show, what is it? Or the book, Butcher and Blackbird.
Oh yeah. Oh
that's
yeah. I remember you telling me about.
I remember being like, what the fuck did you?
You're like,
say?
wait, we're reading this in a book right now?
Wait, y'all did what? What? Yeah.
Nick can't stop talking about werewolf sex. Anytime that he's talking about
my
her
mom
podcast.
watches that reel all the time.
Really?
She thinks it's the funniest damn thing in the world. We posted a reel of one of our past episodes, and you have to go check it out on our Instagram. I need to get back to making reels. They just take
you do
so
such
much
a good
time.
job at it. You need to show me how to do it because
I actually got a recommendation of a AI company. Sorry, AI. Sorry, I know people hate AI, but that will edit our video for us.
You know, it's where we're going in the world, so as long as we can use it in a good way.
And not hurt artists.
Exactly.
Like, I can't afford to pay an editor.
No. So. Exactly.
Anyway.
We're the people in the video.
I know.
For free.
It's us.
It's us. Wait, is it free or is it?
I haven't checked it out yet.
Okay.
I don't know. I doubt it's free because this person.
Yeah, probably not.
Has money, but she's got to say her shortest book.
My shortest book, shortest time to read. I'm just giving Lucy Score her moment today.
That was your shortest?
This is my shortest read. It took me less than 2 days, and I worked both days. So this was straight. I stayed up till 2 a.m. the first night. And
I don't know if that says something so outrageously positive about Lucy Score or something so terrible about the ACOTAR series.
No, in Sarah J. Maas's defense, life has been a freaking shit show for me lately. So that's just been a thing.
Yeah.
But no, because I mean, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses really quick. I think it took me a week though.
Plus, you can't really compare fantasy and romance because
exactly it's your world building, and that was my first fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, so like it took me a minute to kind of figure out what was going on, and I also think that I read so many books so fast.
Yeah.
That
You're kind of a little burnt out.
No, not that I'm burnt out, but I kind of forget them a little bit. And that bums me out because they're so good. And so with the ACOTAR series, it being so hyped up, I was like, I want to savor this. I want to like read it fully and not just like try and read quick. But no, Lucy Score did a great job. And it was the romance. It was the small town. It was everything about it was amazing. And I love this series so much. And
it was fun. Yeah.
And you're going to like this book so much.
Yeah, I think I didn't jump into the second one because they're just long romances, and long romances can wear me out a little bit.
Maybe with the length of Bridesmaids to Hire and how fast you're going through it, it'll
yeah, definitely. If they're also if they're on Kindle Unlimited, it helps a lot because I read a lot.
Are these?
I think they are.
No excuses anymore. Get to work.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. We love doing this every single week. We seriously look forward to it every time.
Yes, it's all we can talk about.
I know.
Our next pod. And we have some very exciting stuff. I feel like every episode I'm like, we have some very exciting stuff coming up. But we do have plans.
Yeah, they just fell through 2 days ago. Yes, they did. But we're excited to keep filming, so make sure you follow us. And check back every week for our new episodes every Friday. Go to our Instagram and share all of our stuff.
Yes. Spotify, I don't even know what's up with you, Spotify, but YouTube, you're just popping off. And so
I know.
We appreciate you. I think we're more fun to watch anyways.
We love you, Spotify. They didn't even see that we did hearts for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're on Spotify.
Exactly. So Spotify, go to YouTube. Yeah. YouTube, just maybe check out a Spotify episode. Get us those views.
Yeah.
But all right, we are signing off.
Bye.
Bye.